What's up YouTube? Epingu RT here, back again with another video. Today's video is going to be how to remove the front bumper on your Dodge Challenger. As you can see here, I already kind of started, but you have to take off these clips that go in here. They're very similar to these here. There's 6 of them. So all you gotta do is just take off those 6. Then you're gonna notice right down in here, you see that right there, that's gonna be 1 and 2 on this side, okay, where you're gonna need to remove those nuts. Then you're also gonna need to do it on both sides, of course. It's undo these here, okay, to get into the back here, because somewhere along, maybe it's about like back here, it's a little deep in there. There's another nut in there on both sides of the car. You just have to take them off. The car is very dirty, but you just have to take them all off. This one, I will say, on both sides, these you are gonna need maybe like an angled ratchet. I mean, there's just not gonna be a lot of play there for you. So, I mean, as you can see, it's even tough enough already to try to get that in there. With an extension, you'll be able to do it, and then you just have a limited amount of play that you can do. Being angled is going to be ideal, because see, you can get a better angle due to the height there of the fender. So just a couple of little tips there to help you make it easy. So just to show you real quickly, have it in angled, to try to get it in as much as I possibly can, and you'll see it's just ever such little turns, and you have to hold it with your finger, so that way you keep it from just free flowing back and forth. It does reach a point eventually where it's loose enough where you can just go in there and just turn it with your fingers, and then you just get it out that way. Be sure that when it's close to the end, guys, it's pretty tight in here, so just don't lose it. Here you go. Just so you know, I'm using a 10mm on there, so with the short extension. Guys, what I'm actually going to do after I take the front bumper off is replace the headlights. I bought the new style headlights. As you can see, these are the old style ones, which have been nice, but as you can see here, bam, that one's cracked, and you can see it's just fogging up, condensing inside, and it just looks terrible. I mean, when you compare them, I mean, at least that's presentable, and that's just a little sad. So so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take that off, and then keep going from there. Okay, so I turned the wheel. I'm gonna try it this way. I've done it like this before, but I turned the wheel. As you can see, you have a decent gap there to work in and put your hand in and everything and whatnot. So we're gonna undo these. I bought the set pretty cheap. I showed it to you guys when I did the T-handle install and unboxing video. The set for these, and they work pretty well. You just gotta put it in there, pop that one up, the top will come out, and then you can slide this in and pop the bottom out pretty easily. Let me see if I can set this up here so you guys can kind of see that. And then just find a little gap there. There it is. Just kind of wedge it in, and boom, flawless. Comes out flawless. You can reuse them again. You don't have to buy new ones. That's gonna be the best way so you don't break them. And then just keep them together so you don't lose them. And then just continue going about it that way. Do the top one. Keep them together. Just don't close it up, because then it's gonna be a pain to try to undo it. Now, I will say, some people do recommend that you start popping off like these rivets and stuff like that. I'm not into the habit of wanting to deal with the rivets. They're not fun by any means to do. So I just leave that in. I just basically kind of like manipulate the plastic around to get my arm inside and whatnot. You know, so that way I can try to see about undoing it. Now, as you can see here on mine, I do have the additional, you know, splitter on the bottom, of course, and then I have this other valance, which was a splitter anyways, but it's connected here, so just gotta undo this one. That'll pretty much is gonna be the other nut that's got to come off, so that way we can slide this you know, whole front bumper off. You have to pull it back out from this side a little bit to come off sideways, and then you can pull it out forward. I got that part off. Very simple, as you can see. Also, as you can see, all I did was just start bending it this way outward. You can see you can just get in there with your arms and whatnot. But you're gonna come up here, and I don't know if you can see. Let me see if I can shine myself somewhere. I don't know if you see the light there. Okay, see how I'm blocking the light? There is a stud right up there. It's really hard to try to point at it, but it's right there, and it's got a 10mm nut on it. This one doesn't have it right now because I already took it off to make it easier for myself. But once you have it, you know, you could just pull this puppy to the side, and then you can start moving it forward, and then you can see she's starting to come off, at least on this side. Then you just got to do the same on the other side, you know, to get her off. But I mean, you know, just with bending this a little bit out, you know, you could bend this back in very simply, you know, pop it in, and it'll go back in. There's going to be no damage to it, so just feel free to move her over to the side, and then just get up in there and, you know, start taking her off. Took off this side as well, as you can see. You know, there's that, and then the bumper itself. And just put it out this way, and then you can move it forward. Now, here's the other thing that I forgot to mention. You are going to have to go underneath, and you're going to have your side markers wiring. Oh, buddy, let me see if I can try to get my arm up under here. You do have the wiring, as you can see, all the way under there. It's going to be clipped up on several points. I only have it on 2 points because when I had the splitter put in, the guys decided to just wrap it up, like, you know, all together here and then tuck it in, which, I mean, for the most part it's fine. It's not doing any damage, you know. Also, you're gonna have that plastic cover down here. I'm forgetting the name now for it, but you guys understand what I'm saying. So that's going to cover down here. You just have to, as you can see here, the holes, take them off just like you did with these here. It's going to be with those with the remover for the little tabs here. It's going to be just under there, and then you remove those, and you know, you start undoing the wiring, you know, as you can see there. I'll just pull it out, you know, so it don't hang. And then right here you can see it's going to be on the passenger side of the car. Here's the main connector to the light, where you could just disconnect it here, and then, you know, the whole kit can, you know, or the whole assembly rather, excuse me, will stay connected to the bumper itself, so that way, you know, you could just pull it out and not have to worry about, you know, trying to undo, you know, any type of wiring, leaving it connected and possibly breaking it or whatever. So it's just real simple. It has, you know, like the little tab on the back, and then you just pull it out. It's just a little difficult to do it from this angle, you know, but it's got the tab back here, and you know, you just undo the tab and then pull out, which again, it's just a little difficult. I got to hold on to the other side because I don't want to break the holder here, you know, and then just pull it out, and then you can just go ahead and remove the front bumper. So let's take care of that real quick, and then I'll show you how it's done. I have it disconnected. As you can see, it's all on the floor there, and now she's ready to come off. So let's go ahead and put the camera back here for you guys. Okay, and then very simply grab both sides. Make sure you pop her out little by little. Alright, so you will never fall. Make sure that you can slide it out from the holes there, and then once it's at that position, you can then bring it forward and down. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and take these lights off, these housings. It's very simple, super simple. It's going to be 3 of these Torx screws that you're going to see here. or rather torque bolts. It's gonna be this one on top, and then you're gonna see these two at the bottom here. There's one and there's the other. Same thing on the other side, and then all you're gonna do is undo your turn signal light by just simply turning it, as well as your headlight. You're just gonna simply turn it, and it'll come out. Now, after you take off those three and the lights, you're gonna notice it feel like it's still gonna be on. What it is that there's a ball joint back here. Basically it's just in there by pressure. So all you have to do is just take it out a little forcefully. It will feel like, you know, you could potentially damage something, but really you're not. It's gonna come out, and I'll show you the you know, that once I take it out in 1 second. Okay guys, so here I am ready. Just so you know, it's going to be an S2 Torx 30. That's going to take these off. I have my little conversion kit here to make it easier for me. Instead of using the little manual handle, it makes it a hell of a lot easier. As you can see, it just comes out real easy. And it's just going to be this one, and then the other two on the bottom. Once again, and those are out. Now, just to show you real quick, I haven't undone the lights, but that's fine. You'll see it feels like that it's loose. You can see that it's loose, but she's not moving anywhere. So this is where you got to get a little more physical with her, if you will. Now it's just simply just pulling out towards you, guys, right, top and bottom, and then just pull her out. See, it sounds violent, but I guarantee you it's just because of this this little knob here. It's just, you know, wedged in there under pressure, so that's going to be the best way to remove it out. But you see, it just comes out fairly easy, and then, I mean, you can even take off the lights, you know, really easily from here. It's just, you know, unscrew that way, and, you know, unscrew this one this way, and boom, that's it. Your assembly's done. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab the other ones, put this one off to the side, and I'll show you how to mount this one, and then I'll do the other one after I show you guys how to go ahead and connect these, and show you the ones that I went with, so you can understand how you're supposed to, you know, hook them up. Alright, so these are the ones that I went with. They're the VLANs. Let me go ahead and take these off. Okay, I went with the black interior, you know, to keep it all blacked out. Oh, almost messed up there. Now you can see it is ported. You know, I do have an air intake on, you know, on the driver's side, of course, where the port is going to be absolutely beneficial, because the aftermarket that I have, the Volant airbox, has the entry where once the air comes in, it goes directly to the filter. I can show you that a little later, but I wanted to go with this design. It's very nice. It's got the sequential turning signal, you know, the halo eyes. Was it halo? Well, anyways, it's got the other type of lights. Got a little messed up here from shipping. Got to clean her up a little bit too, but I'm going to show you guys how to connect her, because it is a little on the unorthodox way of doing this. So for instance, with your turn signal, it's going to be with this connector. Now this is where I had some trouble at one point trying to do it. You're not actually connecting a light bulb in here. What you're doing is that you're actually going to place this connector right in here. So it's going to act as if it's this light bulb assembly, but all it really is just connecting into the light here. But I'll show you guys that. And then the other one is going to be, you're going to have your D2, D2S, you know, LED, HID, whatever, you know, type of lighting that you're going to use, and then you're going to install that inside of here, which you open this up, and then it'll keep it locked into place because it doesn't twist lock in. And then it's all covered up here, and then you got to make your connector here. Now here is the interesting part. This is what connects to your light bulb. As you can see here, it does not look the same. It is not by any means the same type of connector. However, in the kit you do have these extra wiring connectors. This will connect to your light assembly, okay? Here, you know, right back in here, and then the other end is going to be, you know, these type of tabbed, you know, ends, these spades, if you will, that will go connected directly onto this connector. Black and green, very simple. You're gonna follow the same scheme. Black or green and black, green and black, same for both sides. Very important that you follow the polarity there, so that way the light works, and then you don't have to try to go back inside and fix it after you've already mounted, you know, the light assembly, and you know, have to go about it that way once again. So let me start undoing all of this, and then I'll hook them up and then mount it on, which you guys already saw the process as to how to remove it. It's just the same way going back in. So I'll do that, set it up, and show you guys. Okay guys, so a little bit of how do I say, it's manipulation, if you will. So it is working, just so you can see when I unlock, you see the sequential, how it worked. Okay, I'll show you how that's connected. Now, as you can see, my LED here is connected. However, you can see I had to do a little bit of a rigging here. So in order to get it to work, I had to rig it up where I had to take off the rear connector here, okay, where these pins are attached to. I put electrical tape in between them because the last thing I want is for them to short and then destroy the LED here. Now, green is typically going to be your ground, and you know, black is going to be your hot in this case, you know. So I put the black, even though it looks a little twisted there, but you can see the black there is going to the green for ground, and then the red is going to your black here for hot. You know, having some electrical background will help you a lot there. I put this one in the yellow one in the last spot, but there's no connector, as you can see, no wire there on the third spot back here. So I just put it in there just to put it in there. Nothing's gonna happen. You know, the other ones are taped up with the electrical tape, so it's gonna be perfectly fine. As you saw, it worked. It shut down after 30 seconds, you know, all that stuff. Now, here's where it was interesting for me. So for the turn signal, as you can see, this connection here is, you know, obviously this is the bulb, and then it comes with an assembly, which, let me see if I can show you guys here without destroying my headlamp. Okay, so it comes on the assembly. What you have to do is just actually remove, you know, take off the assembly. You could leave it connected, but you got to take off the assembly, or you know, from your housing on the old, you know, headlamp. And then this wire connector here looks exactly like this one here. It looks exactly this. So basically it's just like acting as if you're inserting the light bulb in there, and you just put it in, you just slide it in, it clips in, and boom. I mean, it's in there. It's pretty well in there. And then you guys saw how it worked. So, you know, now I'm just gonna go ahead and put the light in where it goes on this housing here. As you can see, I had to open it up. You just place it in there and lock it in place. You know, this will click. I'm just not gonna click it now, but you know, it clicks in place, and then it'll hold it in there. And then you just put the cap on it, twist it with all the wiring that's got to go inside with it, which is this connector that I told you about. You know, where obviously I had to do a little manipulation on that, but you know, it just clicks into there. And then, like I said, down here, green to green, black to black. So that's exactly how it works. Okay, I got her all connected there. You can see I used the assembly and put it in the hole for the turn signal. Put in all the wiring inside, and then you just turn, you know, put it in through where the 3 clips are. Just turn it, and then it'll, you know, lock tight into itself. And then now we just put the ball right into the housing there, push it in hard, and then it'll go in and then mount it. So I'll mount that, show you guys exactly what it looks like with it on the front. All right guys, so I got her mounted on. As you can see, it's working. You have the halo right in there, the demon eye, if you will, and then you see, very nice. I like it. it's a lot better than the old style. This is the better lens, and you can still see, you know, how big of a difference it is. So, all right, guys. So it became nighttime because I was talking to my association's president. But anyways, got them mounted on. They look freaking great. All right. Let me hit the switch here. Darn, I had it here. All right. And oh, it's so nice. What a change. Day and night. So there you go. All right, guys. So here's the lights on the Challenger with the bumper on. I like it a lot, man. You know, it looks a hell of a lot nicer. That's for sure. Very nice indeed. Well, so obviously you put the bumper back on the same way that you took it off, you know, by putting in the bolt and then the studs. No, not the studs, the little clips in. Obviously the two, you know, on both sides, the nuts there, do the same thing here, you know. So yeah, but there she is, all in her glory. So you guys have an older model, you guys can put in those VLAND lights in, and you know, she'll be up to par. Let me know what you guys think. If you have any questions, you know, I'll answer them as best as I can, guys. All right, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and be sure to follow me on Instagram at _bingu_RT for more content and videos.